Hello and welcome to the channel. As Buhari 8 years tenure winds down, Nigerians have given their 2 cents on how the Fulani former head of state fared. Buhari had fought so hard to becoming president, he failed 3 times before finally getting across the line at the fourth attempt. You will think with all the struggle the man go finish work when he finally enter power, but all more. Anyways, make we hear wetin some Nigerians dey yarn about the soon-to-be ex-president. Yusuf, give your own rating of Baba on the comments. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Nigerians give verdict as Buhari spends last week in office. Upper Monday, President Muhammadu Buhari will leave office after completing his 2 terms in office. The last 8 years have been tough for Nigerians, given the accompanying downward change in their socio-economic life. There is hardly any aspect of the nation's existence that was not negatively impacted by the Buhari administration, which left many in pain and penury. The outgoing president's exit is something the population is literally waiting for with bated breath. While the administration believes it has done its best for the nation, most sections of the country have contrary opinions. In several conversations with Sunday Vanguard across the country, people seem to be in a hurry to see Buhari's exit upper Monday. Their assessment of the president's performance, especially as it affects lives and property, wasn't something to share about. The verdict is generally damning, with the majority saying Buhari holds the worst performance record among all the leaders who had governed Nigeria. In 2014, I told Tinubu, Buhari will fail, says Fadaka. A former zonal publicity secretary southwest of the People's Democratic Party, Ayo Fadaka, said Nigeria went through an unmitigated depreciation under President Buhari. According to him, no institution or segment of the nation was spared. Nigeria should be considered lucky to still be standing as a nation as he takes his leave from the presidency. His main preoccupation was to become an ethnic champion and activist. He led protesters to the late Lam Adesina, then governor of Oyo State. At the onset of his administration on May 29, 2015, I predicted that Nigeria will come out worse after Buhari's presidency, and I have been proven right. I even told the president-elect, Bola Tinubu, earlier in 2014 at a meeting in his Ikoyi office in the presence of Sam Omatseye. Buhari took over an economy that was second best in Africa, a nation that was attractive to foreign investors, and turned it into penury. Buhari failed colossally. He had no control over anything except his toothpick, yet he is the commander-in-chief. The Buhari era represents the lowest ebb a nation can sink. I can't wait for the next few days to pass by. Buhari leaving Nigeria more divided, Akintoye. A public analyst, Zadok Akintoye, said, "It seems like yesterday when the outgoing president was being sworn in with promises of making Nigeria a better place. It saddens me that the last 8 years have proven to be probably the worst since the return to democracy in 1999. I remember sadly the hope Nigerians reposed in Buhari by believing that with him as president, Nigeria could somehow find its way out of bad governance. The president is leaving Nigeria more divided and disunited than he met it, with citizens poorer. Country is worse than Buhari met it in 2015, Farombi. A former Nigerian envoy to the Philippines, Dr. Yemi Farombi, on his part said the 8 years of General Muhammadu Buhari's administration were filled with hopes and failed expectations. A lot of people had so much faith in 2015 that he was the one who would create a new country, where corruption would have been completely defeated, where insecurity would become history. It has become difficult after 8 years to say categorically that he has achieved any of his promises. On the contrary, It appears as if corruption had exploded under his watch. We also cannot say he has succeeded even though he claimed to have tactically defeated Daesh. Beyond Daesh, we now have the Islamic State of the Sahara and the Islamic State in West African province. Insecurity has become a national issue. It is no longer restricted to 7 local governments as it was in 2015. He did his best in the area of infrastructure, but the country has grown worse than he did in 2015. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. President stabilized Nigeria contained terrorists. Olajide. A former Secretary General, Yoruba Council of Elders, Dr. Kunle Olajide, who appeared to be satisfied with the performance of the outgoing president, opined. Buhari was able to stabilize the country in his time. He was able to contain terrorists invading Nigeria in the north. He was able to stabilize the country. He maintained peace. He made a promise, and to the best of my knowledge, he kept the promise. I think he needs to be given credit for that. To the best of my knowledge, he didn't appear to intervene in the electoral process that elected the incoming president. Buhari didn't meet expectations. Ajibulu. Secretary Ekiti Council of Elders Chief Niyi Ajibulu said, before Buhari came to power, we had high hopes. He was seen as an incorruptible leader, disciplined and patriotic. From his manifesto when he ran for the presidency, people believed he could solve the problems of the masses. Unfortunately, he didn't fulfill the expectations of the people. Not only that, he didn't deliver his obligation to the people. The economy is in a precarious state. On the economy, he didn't perform at all. When it comes to security, it's another issue as Nigerians find it very difficult to travel to other parts of the country. I'm disappointed, says Onayemi. Convener Yoruba Commitment Leaders Orumba Tayo Onayemi stated, going by the performance of President Muhammadu Buhari when he was the military head of state between 1983 and August 1985, he meant well for the country and its people. But what we saw in the last 8 years was the opposite. I am very disappointed and bitter with the people around President Buhari in the last 8 years, except for his wife Aisha, who stood like a man and spoke the truth to us constantly. Yes, President Buhari had some health challenges, just like any other human being of his age, but for these hawks to lash on such a situation and make life difficult for Nigerians of all shades is not only callous, but very inhumane and sadistic. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.